What's good, YouTube? Stormybman, and I'm back with another Stormybman's Briefs. This time, the focus is on news that recently came down the pipeline that WBA regular heavyweight champion Danny Dubois will be sidelined anywhere from 6 to 8 months after suffering a torn ACL in his fight against Kevin Lerena on the Tyson Fury Derek Chisora undercard earlier this month on December 3rd. This is an interesting bit of news because during that fight, I had indicated that after receiving such a hard shot high on the head early in the round and seeing Dubois' legs buckle, now it's totally understood why he took the knees that he ended up taking in the fight. Something went wrong with his legs and he didn't feel right, so he decided to take the knee. Myself, as a person being fair, I do have to recant what I said and retract the opinions that I had offered, but Dubois is going to have to show us something besides taking a knee in a fight. Fortunately, he was able to get Lerena out of there as early as the third round, but had that been a different fighter, he could have been in a tremendous amount of trouble himself. Also, interestingly, the WBA has ordered their super champion, Alexander Usyk, to take on mandatory challenger Danny Dubois, who obviously can't take that fight at this time. It's interesting that the WBA would make a move like that because if Dubois is seriously injured, he is going to be off the table for a considerable amount of time. That will afford Usyk more time to hold on to the titles because the consensus is as soon as Usyk fights someone young enough, gifted enough, and worthy enough of a real challenge at heavyweight, his title reign may end. If he gets the Tyson Fury fight in before the fight against Dubois, it may end at that time. Who knows? But as far as Dubois is considered, he needs to take the time that he is going to be off, study film, and look at how he can increase his offensive value by learning to use the jab, learning to work the body, learning to move around, as trainers have been known to tell fighters, take a walk, because you don't just need to go in there and try to blitz someone because you could be on the end of the blitz like a sacked quarterback. These are the type of considerations that a real coach and trainer should be looking at. Now, Shane McGuigan, who works in his corner, has to take that time out and go back to the drawing board and look at what Dubois' deficiencies are and begin to formulate a game plan of how to correct some things that need to be addressed immediately and allow it to become a priority, a primary course of action in the career of Dubois. Because I do believe Dubois has some talent. I'm not certain 100% yet about his intestinal fortitude. But if his cornermen can teach him better to protect himself, certain things will not necessarily be brought to the forefront, because if you're defensive minded with the offensive ability he has, he could be in a very safe place. In the heavyweight division, most guys can crack, so you have to be able to protect yourself. That philosophy aside and withstanding, if Dubois took the time out to learn more about the technical aspects of the sport, he'd be in a much solid place and the future could look even brighter for him. What do you think? Let's discuss this a little further. This is Stormy B-Man. That's all I have for you at this time. Shout out to the mighty LDBC.